Hi everyone! Wanted to show you guys the Christmas tree because I've been promising for over a week to show you the tree once it was done being decorated. So here we go. So here's our tree, and there's Casey. And Casey, where'd you get those adorable PJs from?
Just came right on the fireplace.
And who are they from?
Elf.
And what's our elf's name?
Jingle.
Jingle. So Jingle got Casey his Christmas pajamas this year. He usually does give him some Christmas pajamas. And then here's our tree with our angel that we got last year at Bronner's in Frankenmuth. And then lots and lots of lights. There's no such thing as too many lights.
That fish.
There is.
And I like big poinsettias and of course all my Santas and my snowmen.
The fish.
And then I have lots of glass ornaments that I've been collecting forever. And here's
fish.
And yes, we have Bill's fish because my husband is a fisherman. And here's the big one I got last year at Bronner's. So pretty much everything on this tree is very well loved.
Because we're cat lovers.
Oh yes, and we have even a Boo ornament. So Boo's on the tree. So, and I'm currently watching Bridget. Some people decorate their tree while listening to Christmas music. Some people decorate their tree while watching Home Alone. I decorate my Christmas tree while watching Bridge. Hi, Bridge. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Good Monday morning. Happy first day of my Vlogmas. I'm a little late. As you guys know, I was sick. Sorry about that, but we're gonna try to get it going here. I'm coming into my room after missing 3 days of work last week, and this is my table. So, yeah. I need to get to work. I need to make heads or tails out of this. I need to figure out what the subs did that I'm actually going to keep versus what's going to get pitched, because let's be honest, a lot of times sub work is not quality work. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now, trying to get the room ready. I need to get my morning message up. I need to get my learning targets up. Also, I do need to make some copies because I spent Sunday going through Teachers Pay Teachers and found a lot of really amazing things that I want to use this week in school, and if I can get my act together, hopefully I can show you how I'm going to use these things. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I wanted to share with you guys the work I was doing last night to get ready for this week and kind of like the rest of December's language arts and reading program. I found over the weekend a great book, and I wanted to actually use it for today, so I actually purchased it for my Kindle. I will definitely get, the paper copy of it, but I didn't have time. I mean, even with Amazon Prime, I was too excited about this book to wait 2 days. So I just downloaded it to my Kindle, and I'm going to read it to the class right from my Kindle. And I'm just waiting for this thing to boot up. We are going to spend the next couple of weeks really exploring character traits. We've done a lot of summarizing, we've done a lot of retelling, but so I really want to dig down into characters. And so one of the things I got off Teachers Pay Teachers last night was a free thing, and I'll try to link these below if I can even find this again. Sir, person, yes, I have a person's name here, so I can try to find this. This is just a page of character traits. And what I loved about this page was all the adjectives. Because my children, even the ones who do speak English, they're speaking English as a second language. So they're really missing a lot of that rich vocabulary that a native English speaker would just take for granted. So words like, charming and considerate, encouraging, thoughtless, uncaring, these are everyday words to most of us, but for my children, these are new words for them. So I printed out this, and I'm going to make one of these for every student, and this is going to be like our word list that we're going to work on for the next couple of weeks. To not necessarily learn how to spell all of these, but to get these words to be part of their vernacular. And then also on here was a blank one, and I don't know if I want to spend the time required to have the students fill these in on their own, because in a perfect world, I would have unlimited time, and I would fill in some of these words at a time and take it slow. But time is not always a luxury teachers have. So I'm kind of debating which ones the kids are going to get. Then another paper in here was, how is my character as a person? And this one is pretty simplistic. I think this would be a really good one for my class to do independently on a book that they're reading for Daily 5. So that was a freebie I found off Teachers Pay Teachers last night. The next one I got was this one, Reading Log and Stats, because I don't like the reading log I have right now. I'm using the ones that my school district bought, the Making Meaning books, but the pages for recording the reading is very short. I mean, most of my students have already filled it up. They really have, and that book was supposed to last the entire school year. So this is one that I can print, and so it's just got some really good daily reading logs, and they have different ones in here to make it as easy or as hard as you want it. So I really like that. Let me find one of the other reading logs in here. So right here, the number of book, the book author and title, date started, date completed, and my rating of the book. So just really cute reading logs that weren't very complicated. I also like this page, my reading wish list, so this way they can, as they see other students reading books in the classroom, like, when you're done with that book, I want it. So they can record the books that they want to get as time goes by. And then another thing I really liked about this one was the personal anchor charts. I love anchor charts. I do. I am the anchor chart queen. But I have very limited wall space. So a lot of times what happens is I'll put up these fabulous anchor charts that we'll make together as a class, and literally like 3 days later I got to pull it down because I have to put a different anchor chart up on the wall. So I'm actually really excited about these. This is literally personal anchor charts that we would create as a whole group, fill in the data, but then instead of maybe sticking these up on my wall, they're going to go in like their reading folder, or maybe I'll bind these together. We've done a lot of work on summarizing. I actually don't feel like I need to make this anchor chart with my students, but this will be the one that I literally want to make today with them. Character analysis. And so talking about their words, their thoughts, their actions, their feelings, and how these all help to define the character, flat characters, round characters. And the maker of this packet, if you don't know what to put in there, was kind enough to give you a cheat sheet where to help you fill things in. But so you have student anchor charts for character analysis. Oh, come on. setting, and again, I don't know if I would do this one because we've done a ton of work on setting, although I will say one of the books I'm going to read has a time lapse in the book, and I like that because time lapse seems to be something that kind of confuses some of my students. I don't know if it's a language barrier or what it is. Then we have theme and making predictions, which we've done some work on. Point of view, which is another one I'm going to be working on. So this, for the rest of December, it's going to be character analysis and point of view, making connections, making inferences. I just really thought this was a well-rounded packet. And if memory serves, I think this one was only like, I want to say it was $5, but I might be wrong. So I really liked this. This is going to help me a lot, especially, I think this is a great packet for a teacher who has limited wall space like I do. So that was that one. And then I did buy Bridget's pack that she has up for sale too. I liked her tabs at the end, and I like how once I finish character analysis and point of view, we can then combine it with the strategies we have taught, which is because I started with expository text first, so I did a lot of work on expository text features. It wasn't until recently that we moved from expository to literature. So yeah, so I bought Bridget's as well, and I'm really excited to use this one in a little while once I've covered other strategies. But now that my Kindle's booted up, I want to show you the book that I bought. And it's called Guys Read. Okay, so I'm going to stay on the cover. Oh, no, let's go to cover. Come on. Go to cover. Guys Read Terrifying Tales, illustrated by John Zecaz. I can never pronounce this poor man's last name. I'm Polish too, so I should be able to at least a little bit. But so even though it's called Guys Read, it's not just a book for guys. It's what it is a collection of short stories. And they're scary stories, so that's going to hold their interest because the kids, they like spooky stuff. Ever since like the R.L. Stein kind of made a resurgence, the new R.L. Stein movies came out, the kids are really into spooky stuff. So inside the contents, we have Mr. Shockey by Michael Buckley, and another one I'm going to use to compare it to is The Blue-Bearded Bird Man by Adam Gidwitz. I read these over the weekend. Mr. Shockey is a spooky story about a child with an imaginary friend who he managed to get rid of, but now his baby brother suddenly has the exact same imaginary friend. And the main character in the story is Tyler. And Tyler is very brave, he's very compassionate, he loves his baby brother, he's very considerate. So he's got a really good character to look into. And then, of course, we could also look at some of the other characters in the story, but I liked Tyler for his bravery, his sense of self-sacrifice. Then the other one, The Blue-Bearded Birdman by Adam Gidwitz, this one is a fairy tale, because that's kind of what he's known for. I know Bridget right now is reading his book, All Tales Dark and Grimm. So he's the same author who wrote this one, and this is a fairy tale. So I'm going to be able to compare a story that would read more like an R.L. Stein, which is kind of supposed to be like fantasy while still trying to pass off as like realistic fiction, whereas this one is clearly a fairy tale, and it even has the rule of three in it, the first sister, the second eldest sister, then Marlinkin. And so Marlinkin in the story is also brave. Actually, it's kind of not true. She becomes brave. But what she really is she's clever, she's cunning, and she learns how to outsmart the blue-bearded birdman. That's a mouthful. So, and I like these stories because they're fourth grade literature. They're well-developed stories, but yet they're short. Because sometimes, especially in a daily 5 situation where I'm trying to keep my lessons, my whole group lessons, to about 10 minutes, it's really hard to do that with a 300-page novel. because it's too time consuming, it's too encompassing. But because these stories in Guys Read Terrifying Tales are on the shorter side, like maybe 15 pages, 20 pages, it's actually easy to read them in a short amount of time and then get down to the business that you want to get down to. So I really like those. And I want to definitely use those two first for comparing, you know, the different genres, character traits, including even the blue bearded man, who's clearly the villain in the fairy tale one, because he's also clever and cunning, but of course he's evil, very, very evil. So those three characters will make for some great character analysis, and with the packets I bought, I'm very excited to get busy with this stuff. So that's what's going to be happening in Daily 5 for the next couple of weeks. With that though, I kind of need to get going because I need to make some of these copies right now because I'm going to be literally using some of them this morning. So that's next. Okay.
Hello.
So I am home and I've already gone to the supermarket, done the grocery shopping, came home, boys brought the groceries in the house, I put the groceries away, and now I am making dinner, and it's a Monday night and dinner is nothing fancy. We are having burgers and tater tots. You guys know my love affair of tater tots. So in goes 1.25 pounds of ground sirloin. In goes, about that many breadcrumbs. I like to make my burgers almost like a meatloaf. In goes 1 egg to hold it all together.
Boom.
Will you put her down? My teenage son pesters the heck out of the cat. Casey? Fine. The teenager drives poor cat crazy. And then finally, one of my favorite things to do, because I hate cutting onions, but I got years ago one of these bad boys. If you don't have a Pampered Chef slap chopper, you so need a Pampered Chef slap chopper. And I don't know if they sell these on Amazon. I doubt it. Usually you have to go through a Pampered Chef, but you get to do this.
Yes, it's dying.
Get to chop the onions, get to keep your hands clean, and so much faster. And those go in the burger mix. And that's it. Now I mix all this stuff up, and because I don't like to touch raw meat more than I have to, I actually use my potato masher to blend all this stuff together, because raw meat, ugh. Love to eat it, don't like to touch it. So, I'm gonna get frying up these burgers, get the tater tots done, and we're gonna eat, because I'm hungry. So after this morning, I never had the chance to vlog again at work. Oh, I swear, my desk is still covered with stuff. I'm still trying to dig things out. I brought a ton of things home today that I'm going to work on tonight, and I'll talk about those things tomorrow at school for my next day of Vlogmas. But I do have a lot of work that came home with me tonight. I was very busy all day. I'm trying to catch up lessons that were lost because of illness, and then I'll be honest, I feel pretty good. I do. I'm still a little tired, a little worn out, but all day today I felt like I had a low-grade fever, which is a good thing. A fever is actually a good thing. It means your body, you know, your immune system's kicking in, it's fighting whatever cold virus or whatever's inside of me. But I just feel really hot, really like sweaty and gross and nasty. So after dinner, I'm gonna take a shower and wash and dry my hair And I think I might even change the sheets on the bed because I've kind of been sick on them, so I'll get some fresh linens on the bed. And then I need to finish my lesson plans for this week because I've got them mostly done. I just need to fill in a few boxes. I didn't have all the materials I needed over the weekend to get those done. And then, oh, what else do I need to do? I'm going back to a binder for my reading pensive. I've been using the Confer app, but I'm going to go back. And I'll talk about that tomorrow, why I'm switching back. It's December, and so I started a lot of technology in my classroom this year. And now that I've had several months to use it, I'm finding that some of the technology I love. And some of the technology, not so much. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out today's Vlogmas. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me in the future, click that subscribe button. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.